All right, here we are, game 2 for LFY versus IG in DPL Season 5, 2018, not 2016. Disregard the date at the top. And let's take a look at the draft so far, because we've got LGD.Forever Young with Sand King, Gyrocopter, and then for IG, we've got Earth Spirit Chen. So this time around, it's going to be Q on the Chen, Baboka on the Earth Spirit, and then Sand King should... it could be an off lane. It could be Inflame on that Sand King, but when you pick a 1-2 like this, like Gyrocopter's coming out first, it's usually not 2 cores. The thing about this, though, is Sand King is one of those heroes that can be in the 3 or the 4, so it keeps the draft open. And that's one of the good things about picking him up that early. You lock down and secure that lockdown pick that is Sand King with the Burrow Strike and all that. But you don't have to commit to it being in that 3 or 4 just yet, which is nice. So you take a look at what's banned so far. Dark Will, obviously that first ban. Don't want to give that back to Baboka. Naga ban, Tiny ban, Lifestealer, Jug, then Omni Knight, Elder Titan, Bounty Hunter, DK, DP. So let's take a look. You've got Chen Spirit. You need 3 cores here for IG. It would be interesting to see the Tinker come back for IG, but I'm pretty sure when they had OP, he was the one who played it, and he's no longer on the team. XSS has moved into that mid-role. Used to be their offlaner, but now it's SRF, who I think is a former Eclipse member. So Batrider comes into the game. That confirms that Sand King is in the 4 spot. Batrider in the offlane for right now. And that puts him on Inflame. But immediately, there's the trade-off because the counter pick was picked. It's Legion Commander coming in next. So now you've got Press the Attack. Nobody's going to be really helped into that lasso. But we'll see where this Legion Commander goes. Because in DPL, I've seen Legion Commander in the safe lane, the mid lane, and the off lane. So Legion, in my opinion, doesn't exactly solidify this draft to where Legion's going. It doesn't make anything a secure, you can't think, oh, well, we have to ban a mid because blah, blah, blah. LC, at least in DPL, has been being played everywhere, so their draft is still technically a little bit open. I like it for Press the Attack, of course, against this Batrider, even against all these heroes, especially the Winter Wyvern with the Arctic Burn, Batrider with the Lasso, of course. Press the Attack does a lot for this team, and now we take a look at what else they're going to do. Like, Winter Wyvern is good CC as well. The Winter's Curse is always nice. The Arctic Burn you can use early. That slow with Gyrocopter is a stellar combination.
LFY's turn to Weaver.
So, let's see. Weaver gets picked up for IG. Now that's probably their safe laner, which means Legion isn't going to be in that safe lane. Could still be mid. Who knows? Again, this is Legion Commander, who has been put in a bunch of spots for DPL. So I'm always interested to see where Legion's going to be ending up next, honestly.
Invictus Gaming's turn to ban.
So let's take a look at Queen of Pain getting banned. So they're not going to throw the Legion Commander. Like, this is... obviously, it's just theory crafting on my part. Like, Legion Commander is probably best suited for that offlane. They might even swap the safe lane offlane. Just because Weaver against the Batrider may not go as well as they'd like or hoped. So we'll see what they want to do over mid. DK not available. So let's take a look. What can LGD.Forever Young? I mean, they could throw the gyro mid, but they probably won't. OD's not bad, but I don't think I like it here. Death Prophet, nobody. So the mids banned out are Death Prophet, DK, Queen of Pain. But there are more to pick from. So we haven't seen much of TA. SF still available, which I don't like for IG. I would rather it more for LGD, just because I think with the Arctic Burn as well as the Sand King, it could be enough to really help out the SF if they were to rotate over. And again, it could be Sand King off lane, but we'll see.
Invictus Gaming's turn to
Lena gets banned out, and there's the OD. OD for IG. I didn't like it for LFY, but IG, it works a little bit better.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So let's see. LFY Viper. Okay. So super on the Viper. So mid Viper. 5 Winter Wyvern, offlane Bat, 4 position Sand King, Monet on the Gyrocopter. And then let's take a look. XSS, mid OD, safe lane Weaver, offlane Legion, 4 position Baboka Earth Spirit. I love Baboka Earth Spirit. I love Earth Spirit in general. He's a playmaking hero that always excites me. I always need new pants. And this is my second pair of pants after that other game that we saw that ended with that Vici CDC game. So, I'm not excited. I'm going to have to do laundry. And that's not good. Weaver is a good pick here. Like, I understand the matchup against the Bat Rider isn't that great, so maybe they switch Legion Commander to the safe lane and have Weaver farm in a tri-lane in the off lane. That would put him up against the Gyrocopter, which isn't the worst thing in the world, especially with the Earth Spirit, but then you got to bring the Chen over, which may not be great, so it might just be a dual lane over there. But Weaver works against the Bat Rider because of the fact that you have pressed the attack. You're able to purge off that lasso. Weaver not really in too much trouble. Yes, the Burrow Strike is there, and you have the homing missile and the Winter's Curse, but other than the Winter's Curse, other than the Burrow Strike and the homing missile, there isn't really enough, in my opinion, for them to lock down aggressive on this Weaver.
Prepare for battle.
So, we'll definitely have to see which direction they want to go with this. Let's take a look. Mid Viper up against OD. I kind of like the OD a little bit more. But Viper's going to hit hard early. If he gets good rotations, they should be able to get the kill. If XSS isn't too careful. I haven't really seen Vipers do too well recently, though. So that makes me nervous about Viper over mid, honestly, especially like I said, where you could have the Chen rotate or the Earth Spirit, and honestly, you could start with a Astral Imprisonment, rolling Boulder Smash, just to make sure that you have that lockdown. Chen comes over with a Dark Troll Summoner, get the Ensnare. There's a lot of things that IG, in my opinion, can do quite well to rotate often in this game. And I do think the Weaver works, and they're doing exactly what I said they would. They throw SRF over in the safe lane, Weaver in the off lane, and we'll see if they do dual lane.
The battle begins.
So right now it's a tri-lane, and I actually, you know what? This tri-lane could work just if Q grabs something from the creeps here and is able to come in. He can jungle quite well. Obviously, it's Chen, so we'll see if it's enough, though, if he can make a rotation and really help out his Weaver. If Weaver could get a good start, IG can really snowball out of control. If they're able to shut down this Viper, obviously LFY have a snowball-y team as well with the Viper and the Gyrocopter, but IG can slow that down and actually take it in their advantage to snowball their own way. So it is a tri-lane here, not up against the Batrider. The Batrider ends up coming into the safe lane, so it doesn't matter that they swapped. And this Weaver is going to actually be able to find himself possibly first blood with the Rolling Boulder coming out. Now Q getting a lot of damage there with Aggressive. He'll get first blood, and this matchup that I thought might not go too well for the Weaver if it was Weaver against the Bat, all of a sudden works out in their favor. So they get the kill onto Inflame, who had a bad first game. Baboka is going to try and Rolling Boulder, but the Burrow Strike will stop that. Afu gets the Burrow Strike, and Inflame gets the kill. So one apiece, but first blood for Aggressive. Already that early start. And when Baboka's not in lane, or this Chen's not in lane, Aggressive's going to have a little bit of a harder time. They need to stay aggressive on Inflame just to shut down the Batrider, get that early farm for Aggressive. They've got Q here. Now Baboka finally coming over under this tier 1 tower. They'll look for the Rolling Boulder in just a moment. Burrow Strike onto these creeps, and now the Rolling Boulder comes out from Baboka, who is level 2, has the Boulder Smash available. And just throws it at Afu, making sure he can't steal this bounty room. Take a look over top. SRF should really have no trouble one-on-one against Monet. Is a level ahead. There were a couple of other heroes here for Monet. It was a tri-lane just earlier, but now that it's no longer not, it's solo experience for both of them. But SRF ahead has 1-1 and 1 for the time being at level 3. And with Yao here, Arctic Burn, Splinter Blast, they're going to look to go in on XSS in just a moment. So let's see. It's going to go in a little bit too deep, and Afu can't really come in with the Burrow Strike because it's only level 1. And XSS, having that Astral Imprisonment, should be able to stay relatively safe unless he moves in a little bit too far. And that's going to be the Splinter Blast as well as the Arctic Burn. Has the Astral Imprisonment, but no, he's got nowhere to go, and the damage is too much for him to handle. And Super gets the kill over mid. I didn't exactly think that was going to be enough. And over bottom, they'll kill off Baboka as well. Now you see Aggressive. They look to go in for Inflame, who's slowed down, has the Swarm on him, and is doing a lot with Aggressive, getting that damage out there, and they'll get the kill. And I'm kicked out of the game. No, still in. A little bit of lag, and now Afu in a lot of trouble. As Q throws the pendants again, there's the Rolling Boulder over, and Q will get the kill, and it's even at 3. I had a little bit of trouble yesterday with Chinese Dota, and I was getting kicked out quite a bit. It was really frustrating. I missed like 2 minutes of the game. I don't want that. So Arctic Burn comes out, immediately press the attack. We're going to see a lot of that. A lot of that press the attack. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if at 25 goes for the minus 10 seconds. Meanwhile, Batrider dies again. They might actually be able to get Afu if he's not too careful. They have the Centaur Stomp in 10 seconds, but not going to be in time. But they will get the kill, and it's a 1,000 net worth lead, killing the Batrider off again. Inflame dies 3 times in this lane in 4 minutes. And just Aggressive taking full advantage right now at 3-0-1. Continuing to stay aggressive. There, I said it. I'm sorry. Rolling Boulder out onto Super. Could Boulder Smash him to the high ground if Super's not careful, but just Boulder Smash to stun. They'll get the kill. There's the Arctic Burn as well as the Splinter Blast. XSS in a lot of trouble as the Astral Imprisonment, but that's not going to keep him alive. Now they go after Baboka with the slow out on him. He's got the Rolling Boulder soon, and should be able to get away if they were to continue on him. But both mids end up dropping. The kills there for OD, which is a lot better, in fact, for IG. And it's 5-4, but still a bit of a lead here for IG early. XSS really struggling against just being able to move with all these slows. But again, once SRF is in these fights, they start to team fight. It's not going to be much of a problem. Press the attack, Only really needed a level 1 at this point in time. You get slowed, you want to get somebody out from a lasso. Pop to press the attack. And that was the immediate pick from IG after the Batrider came out. Coming over towards bottom is going to be Q. 2 Centaurs to his name, looking to stun. Send the Centaurs over, but they've got Inflame here with Afu. And over mid, XSS in a little bit of trouble again. And they have the damage, but now Aggressive's coming over. Now they've got the Rolling Boulder. Can they get Boulder Smash out on 2 of these heroes? That would be enough to get Aggressive the kill. They look over at Super. Ooh, the heal comes out. There's the Pendants on it. Yeah, the Boulder Smash out of 3 heroes, but the Burrow Strike hits from Afu. Super is certainly going to go down. Now they look for Afu, but into the Sandstorm he goes. Overwhelming odds going to be thrown over the top. They'll get the kill. 2 die on the side of LFY, and IG only lose the OD. Boulder back to his team, and Aggressive now 4-0-2. 7-5, and not that 1,000 net worth lead that they had before, staying a little bit close, but they are looking good, where they have 2 kills here on the Viper and 3 on the Batrider. Just 2 cores that have just really been slowed down, and now SRF does have that duel available, so they might be able to look for some nice duel opportunities, especially with the Chen. Get a Penitence out there as well as the stuns from the Centaurs. That could lead to a couple of kills early. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe SRF go with that early Blink Dagger, and that's exactly what he's going for. OD into the treads. Aggressive. Lincoln Sphere. And here they go. They are heading over towards mid. Q. Double Centaur Stomp available. Ooh. It's an illusion, Baboka. You know that didn't break your smoke. Over top. Take a look. SRF in a lot of trouble. Press the attack. Burrow Strike comes through from Afu. They'll have the kill when it cleans them up. SRF dropping. It's a rotation from Meow as well as Afu. And with the Arctic Burn and the Burrow Strike, it's enough to help Monet get the kill, but they are still threatening over mid, and Super knows this. He's got the Viper Strike on cooldown for 10 more seconds. They're not going to come in under this tier 1 tower. Just dealing with the slow and the possible rotation from the Winter Wyvern would be a lot of trouble. But ooh, now you've got the Firefly as well as the Sticky Napalm into the lasso. Don't know if that's going to be enough, and it won't be. But the Rolling Boulder is blocked, and now with the Firefly Boulder Smash comes out, they'll send him back. So Chen gets the send back. There's the Pendants with the first stun. Aggressive coming over. They'll get the kill on Inflame. That's the 4th time he goes down. And it's 8-6 in favor of IG. Perfectly done by Baboka to take the majority of that force from Batrider. And it does keep him there long enough for the rotations to come out. So now the Rolling Boulder comes out on Monet. There's the Rocket Barrage, but Baboka not dead just yet with the Boulder Smash coming through. They've got the call down. Aggressive going to be a little bit careful. They'll get the kill on Baboka. They look over at Monet. Aggressive time-lapse. He has the damage, gets the kill, and he is out of harm's way, immediately getting out of there. So they take out the Gyrocopter for the Earth Spirit. That's a good trade in favor of IG. And that is the 6th kill for Aggressive. Absolutely shredding these heroes on LFY. 6 kills, 2 assists. Lincoln Sphere basically guarantees he'll be okay all game. I don't know if that's the right move, Inflame. Now you're slowed up. You get back to the high ground. SRF praying that he could find a duel on you. Unfortunately, he can't. But still, you're just so low. You got to be so careful. And with Baboka coming around, Boulder Smash, Rolling Boulder might be imminent, and if you're too close, Inflame, it's imminent death.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So 4 heroes over bottom. Q, Baboka, Aggressive, as well as SRF, and they're going to look to push this tier 1 tower as their tier 1 top is getting heavily pushed by Monet. So they'll trade tower for tower, but now you got to look over at Inflame. The Swarm is out. SRF looking for this kill. Firefly again. SRF hunting. There's the rolling boulder. Lands onto the Batrider. There's the duel. There's the kill. Nicely done, Baboka. Leading in flame like a receiver. And he gets that rolling boulder to come in. There's the slow. They'll get the kill. And that is perfectly done by IG. We take out the tier 1, double damage here for XSS. Going to try and go in onto Super. Losing connection here onto Twitch, but there's the Astro Imprisonment to avoid the Burrow Strike coming through from this Sand King. They're going to look for the last one, but the silence comes out, and now they're looking to continue on to XSS, but he's not just yet. Baboka coming in with the Rocket Barrage, hitting out on him. XSS will be the first one to fall. Baboka in a little bit of trouble. Afu getting quite low. Aggressive coming in, maybe to look to get some scraps here. And we will get Afu as time lapse in just a moment. Only missile comes in. Will hit, but nothing doing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
11 to 9. Rotations coming out mid again. He's over top for right now. He's with a couple of these heroes. Super. See what they can do. Rotations coming out. They're trying to find this Viper. If Viper shows himself even the slightest, they'll be able to get this kill. They're looking for the Blink duel, but the heroes are rotating. Now they're going to look for the duel. That's going to be out on the Winter Wyvern, but Viper, he's nearby. Super going to get the Viper Strike out on XSS, but Baboka comes in. The Burrow Strike hits on 3 with the cooldown coming through from Monet. Now the Epicenter is going to land. They'll take out SRF. Now they look for Baboka, trying to TP away. Is the damage going to be there for the side of LFY? They'll take out a second. They'll take out a third. It's going to go all so well for LFY. And IG struggle with that team fight, and they take the duel onto the Winter Wyvern, which does not lead to dual damage in their favor, and they end up losing 3, taking out the Winter Wyvern. So 13 to 12 and a 2,000 net worth lead here for LFY. Blink Dagger now out on the Batrider. It's a 2,000 net worth lead, which has led to the Blink Dagger on the Batrider. BKB early on Monet. Viper, he's got himself the drums. We'll see what he goes for next. And the Blink Dagger getting saved up for by this SK. So they're looking for that initiation with the lasso as well as the Burrow Strike. And Sand King's been able to do quite a nice job of locking down these heroes on IG. Here's the rotation over towards top. Aggressive immediately out of here. And Afu taken out over mid-duel win for SRF. Now 20 dual damage. Look over top for Aggressive. If they don't find him. He's already TP'd out of there. And continuing to try and farm, even up this game, and with that win, got the Blink Dagger going into the Blade Mail. BKB for this Legion Commander. You take a look, BKB next for the OD. It's coming out to him. Got the Force Staff coming out his way. Maybe they'll finish off the Hurricane Pike next. Let's see. Weaver's still looking for that Lincoln's, and it was so close a moment ago, and it just is slowed down exponentially. He's still top of the net worth. He's going to push this tier 2, but meanwhile over top, they're going to lose this tier 2 of their own. They really do need to make a play, as trading the towers is going to be worth it. No rotations coming out from the side of LFY. So the Lincoln's is finished. Aggressive sent all the way back to base, and Monet gets the kill over on SRF. (14 to 13). Still a little bit of a lead here for LFY. out into the Desolator for aggressive on this Weaver. So we'll see if he's able to get that, and we'll see if he's able to find enough farm, as he is top of the net worth by 1,200, but LFY storming their way back for right now. They are now in a bit of a lead themselves. So what, 1,000 net worth lead in their favor for the time being. Take a look at what Legion has and what OD has. OD really being just kited around by this Viper. He hasn't been able to stay alive in these fights. He's died 5 times already. Legion's died 3 times. Aggressive still 7-0-3. Also has double damage to play with, so we'll see if they're able to maybe look for a fight. Going for that as let's take a look over. So LFY, they find themselves a couple of items, and they're going to look to smoke here in just a moment. Be aggressive off this, and actually gives it to the Sand King. Not just popping, you know, give it to the Sand King, and now, let's see. How many people will be here? 3 heroes show. Or 3 heroes smoke, 2 heroes show over bottom. They've got Super looking over bottom towards aggressive. They're going to spot him for now. The Nether Toxin laid down. The rest of the heroes already out of town. Q and SRF gone. Q going to TP over top. So IG playing really well around LFY's ganks. Unable to find anything with this smoke. Everybody gone here from the side of IG. Nothing going to be doing with this smoke as they're all over top. They might even be setting up for a smoke themselves.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan comes out over on the Roche pit. Not going to find anything again. They'll take the tier 1 over bottom. And now they'll look for the tier 2 as well. Continue on forward. Meanwhile, farming up is IG, taking a tier 1 of their own over top. They've traded towers so far. Still looking for the Desolator. 600 gold away from it. Aggressive. Level 16 as well as taking himself the 35% XP gain as well as the Shikuchi damage. So he'll be into a quick 25 with that extra percentage XP gain. Meanwhile, Legion Commander with the 8 strength. And then OD with the 20 attacks. They'll go for the tier 2, and they're going to try and trade, but for right now, the tier 2 over bottom's already been taken out. They look over at Inflame. They're not going to be able to get this kill just yet. The epicenter charge up by Afu, looking for the blink as well as the Burrow Strike, but it's going to be a little bit short. He blinks in. No Burrow Strike. Doesn't find anything, and like that, IG are gone. They're out of town. So IG able to avoid that epicenter, stay alive, and then back off. Don't lose anything. Epicenter used. Oop, as I say that, lasso comes out onto the Weaver. They need this time lapse. There's the flame break into the time lapse, and he'll be able to walk it away. He's gone. So another ulti used there from the side of LFY. Not able to get the kill either. So IG continuing to survive around these ultis, and you take a look. Aggressive about to finish off that Desolator. They blink, they look for the duel, they'll find it onto the Batrider, still healed up. Burrow Strike comes out from Afu. Might be enough to deter the duel for now with the Flame Break hitting and then send back over out onto the Legion Commander. They're still going to try and get themselves the kill on Yao with Penitence coming on through. Legion Commander going to TP back into this. Overwhelming odds. One more shot, they'll get the kill. Monet on forward. The Burrow Strike's not going to hit from Afu. Boulder Smash comes out. Geomagnetic Grip, Rolling Boulder. They'll get the kill onto the Sand King. Now you take a look at the fight a little bit further down. They drop the Sanity's Eclipse. They have the Astral Imprisonment to save themselves this OD. Now they look over at Super. They're going to get themselves a third possibly as he's trying to TP away. And oh, there's the Astral Imprisonment. Hand of God comes through. Buyback from the Winter Wyvern. The Boulder Smash from Baboka as well as the Geomagnetic Grip. Rolling Boulder. Godlike is aggressive. Picks up the Desolator as well as the BKB picked up from this OD. the duel. They find it on the Bat Rider. Dead again. 48 seconds. No buyback. Find the Roche. Get this Roche on. It's going to be the first Aegis of the game. It's going to be picked up and put on aggressive.
Where's my pension?
So it's a 2,000 net worth lead so far for the side of IG. And oh, aggressive. He finds Yao. Gonna be a little bit of a problem for him. Winter Wyvern trying to get away. Nobody here, and down he goes. Beyond godlike is aggressive. 11-0-4. Continuing to just steamroll the side of LFY with no answers coming out anytime soon. Monet over top. He's in a little bit of trouble. There they go. The BKB pop, but I don't know. The damage is going to be quite a bit from aggressive. They've got the homing missile coming in. Inflame trying to make a play, but the blink on forward. Oh, time lapse from aggressive, and now the duel comes out onto the Bat Rider. They'll have the damage for this one. Another duel win for SRF. 2 down for LFY. The backup finally will be the Winter Wyvern. 4,000 net worth lead here for the side of IG. And they have no signs of stopping, especially with the Aegis still here for aggressive, looking for the BKB. There they go on to the tier 2. It's going to force LFY to try and defend if they do go over to the high ground, and I would expect them to maybe try, but they look over at Monet. There's going to be aggressive going in. The Winter's Curse is just on one. Now they find the epicenter onto aggressive as well as the homing missile, but still, it's not enough. Burrow Strike hits on a Baboka. He's going to gladly give up his life to keep his Weaver alive. With that, they're going to back up on the side of IG, wait for Baboka to be back up. They push in these creeps to the tier 3. And IG looking strong coming into the 26th minute of this game. Duel comes out. You take a look over mid. Viper gonna get quite low, but he's got the heal coming out from the Winter Wyvern. They look for the damage on the Super. They've got the Desolator hitting up hard with the Swarm on him. They don't get the kill. Aggressive forced to back away with the rest of his team. So 4,000 net worth lead still. And LFY, they're looking for the BKB here on the Viper. Have the BKB for the Gyrocopter, but it's down to 7 seconds already. They'll get the Butterfly soon. We'll see if he goes into the Satanic afterwards. And you take a look. Afu 4 staff, and then Inflame, just 7 deaths, and his farm is not too great with the blink. 4 staff, but that's all he really needs. Smoke up, they look over mid, they show XSS. They continue to move on forward, trying to make a play. But they are all over bottom, and they might be able to find something. Inflame gets all the way back to the high ground, super nearby. If they can find the blink with the duel, they might be able to get the kill, but they need to get the Winter Wyvern out of here. The Pendants comes out on an Inflame. Now broken is going to be this Weaver. But again, IG, not really deterred too much. Dota coming out from Afu. It's going to be Daedalus next here for the Weaver. BKB for SRF has that Blade Mail coming into that soon. And OD against Fear for him as he's picked up the Hurricane Pike and his BKB ready at 10 seconds. They still have the Aegis to work with for about 2 more seconds. From there, Aggressive, he's got the gem and going into the Daedalus next, so we'll have to see what happens. As IG now without this Aegis may not look to fight, they may just look to farm. They have smoke. They have a smoke available on the Chen. They're continuing to push over top, and there's the Dire scan. They don't spot anybody in the trees. IG just posturing up over towards top, while the side of LFY smoke up, and they'll head towards top. They're going to wrap all the way around and back.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Inflame spotted BKB, Popeye aggressive. Now they've got the Viper Strike. That's going to pop the Lincolns. They're going to try and find something on LFY as they continue to move on in, but the Burrow Strike hits on 2 of these heroes, provoking a little bit of trouble as the lasso. That's going to land on an XSS. They've got the duel that's going to come on through, but there's the save from Yao with the Cold Embrace. Winter's Curse here onto the OD. XSS not dead just yet. Still has the BKB. There's the Sanity's Eclipse getting dropped down. He drops the hammer. Epicenter onto Chen. They'll take out Super as well. They'll look for more in Afu. Overwhelming odds thrown over the top. Meanwhile, Aggressive is going to help get 2 more kills. Yao and Afu both drop 4 dead. Inflame the only one alive. And he makes it into the trees. But that's 4 gone on LFY. Only 1 dead on IG. And a perfectly played out fight from the Dire side.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Press the attack used by SRF, continuing to push over top. The blink forward, looking for the Geomagnetic Grip. Will find it onto the Batrider. Silences him for just a moment. Coming back up in a second will be LFY. Blade Mail blink forward from SRF. They'll take the tier 3. They will retreat off that. $8,000 net worth lead, 23-16. And LFY just looking for answers. We'll take it, so only the top shrine exists.
Shrine has fallen.
IG continuing to extend that lead. They've got these BKBs, 9 seconds there on the OD, 9 seconds on the Weaver. He's got the Crystalist picked up as well. BKB soon for SRF. And they're just waiting around Roshan, as it will be up in just a minute and a half. This is the perfect play from IG to continue to just wait for Roshan, get that Aegis and Cheese, feel a little bit more comfortable going into these fights, knowing that these fights have been a little bit tight at times. And they just want to make sure they have that extra life, have that cheese when they do go to work the high ground. So XSS continue to farm. He'll look for the Blink Dagger. He'll have that in just a moment. Ags is almost here for the Chen as well. And they're going to the BKB for SRF, which will be very important. He's only got 48 dual damage, but has been doing quite a bit at 3, 3, and 9. And then, of course, Aggressive 14, 0, and 5. He's been dominating over the side of LFY and about to have that Daedalus in full. So there it is. There's the Daedalus ready to go. Roche up in 20 seconds, and the smoke play will come from IG, showing XSS mid. Aggressive moves forward, finds Super. He's got the Shikuchi. There's the Blink with the Blade Mail. They'll get the duel. They'll get the Code Embrace as well as the Winter's Curse. Legion Commander getting a little bit low. SRF in a bit of trouble. Boca in between the entire side. He'll be the first one to fall in this fight. 60 seconds, no buyback, but the Magnetize is out. Aggressive trying to get a kill. He's got the BKB, but now he's lassoed up, and they need that press the attack. Aggressive with the time lapse. Now they've got the Epicenter. XSS trying to do as much as he can, dropping the Sanity's Eclipse on top of the side of LFY. Let's see if they can find anything more than Inflame for the time being. And their Toxin laid down onto the Weaver. They back off LFY. And IG trade 1 for 1. Bat Rider still down for 40 seconds, and Earth Spirit down for 30. So SRF will have the BKB in just a couple hundred gold. Aegis is ripe for the taking, and they do have this Centaur in there from the Chen to spot this. Just don't have Baboka just yet. He'll be back up in a second, and with that, they'll be able to make their way over with BKBs coming back online for IG as well. They need to probably need a pick off before feeling confident about going in, especially with the Winter's Curse and the Splinter's Blast coming through. And if they were to go into the Roche pit, it does funnel them quite nicely. So we'll have to see. IG going to try and play it smart. Do they have a smoke to play with? They do not. Aggressive into Roche. There's the Swarm. There's the damage. Taking it quickly. Aegis and Cheese. It's a possibility. Now they'll come on over. Inflame. Needs to Firefly. Needs to Blink. Needs to Lasso to try and take this. Roche is going to be in a second. They got the call down. There's the Flame Break. He's able to snatch the Aegis! Inflame with a perfect play. And now they go into IG. They're going to get the Barrel Strike, but that's not going to hit on anybody. The BKB is going to be popped. Afu's going to be the first one to die. There it is with the Lasso coming through. The Cold Embrace, that's going to keep him alive. The Winter's Curse hitting on an OD. They've got him locked in. They might be able to get the kill. Splinter's Blast not enough, but the damage just there to kill the OD. Now they look at the rest of the team. LFY continuing to chase on IG. Aggressive trying to make a play. He pops that Aegis. Now there's the Magnetize coming on through. They'll take up the Gyrocopter. Starting to turn around. IG has enough damage to really make LFY pay. They've popped the Aegis on Inflame, so now he's forced to really play this a little bit safer. His Super in a lot of trouble. The Penitence comes out, but ooh, they need to watch out. Aggressive getting hit up hard by Super. Hand of God comes through, and now the press the attack will help him get out with the Shikuchi. They look over at Afu as well as Baboka. Baboka blocked. His Rolling Boulder blocked by Inflame, and he will be able to get taken out by LFY. So 26-19. IG. Didn't look like that fight was going to go too well for them. And all of a sudden they were able to turn it around. That's due to the fact that Aggressive has just so much farm and so far ahead. 15-0-7. The only thing I start to worry about is their BKBs. Now down to 7 seconds there, down to 7 seconds. And even with that long duration of the 8-second BKB for OD, wasn't really able to do too much with it. LFY were withstanding quite a bit. Cheese was also picked up by Inflame. Wow. Nicely done. This will be Gyrocopter Satanic into the Divine Rapier, so we'll see if they're able to hold a couple more times and then go into the Divine Rapier, which might be enough for LFY to pull this game out. SRF, Aggressive just continuing to farm up. Aggressive level 25. Took the +2 swarm attacks to kill. 200 Shikuchi movement speed. And then next is 24 for OD. We'll probably see the 60-second Arcane Orb Steel Duration, which in my opinion is quite strong. For the side of LFY, 21 here. Look at that talent, 100 to the Viper Strike DPS, which is quite nice, 245 damage per second for 5 seconds. And Gyrocopter level 22. Probably like to have that 25, but a little underwhelming is his 25 talents, to be quite honest. Still going for the Ags is this Chen. OD with the Hex. LFY are for the Weaver next. Like I said, Satanic for the Gyrocopter. Desperately wants that Satanic to get that Divine Rapier, and now they're going to look to fight. They want to fight into IG. They're rearing to go. They know they need to make a move down 11,000 net worth, and they're looking for the blink into the lasso. They're going to find it. Oh, the Force Staff is going to be a little bit away. Was that the Force Staff used by OD? I think it was a Force Staff used by Inflame. A little bit of a troubled shot there from him. They take out Super. The Sanity's Eclipse is already going to be taken out. The duel is going to come on through on a Yao. They'll get the duel win. Now the BKB Popeye Aggressive with the double damage. He's going to run down Monet in so much trouble. Taken out. Down he goes. 3 dead on LFY. And this is turning into even more of a good fight for IG. There's the Yule's Geomagnetic Grip. Rolling Boulder comes through with the Spirit Vessel out onto this Bat Rider. And hits, and SRF gets the kill. 4 die on LFY. And IG lose absolutely nothing.
Will be rewarded.
So from there, they'll push the tier 2, probably push in the high ground, try and force these buybacks. It was the aggressive play from LFY, but completely turned around by IG and played perfectly off the backstep of a bad play from Inflame. I don't know what happened there. But there's the blink into the duel. They find Inflame. They're going to take him out immediately. He just bought back the buyback symbol, not even gone from his name. And he is out for a minute, no buyback. They glyph up trying to hold this base, but it's not going to do it. They'll get the racks taken. Now they look over bottom as the Boulder Smash comes through. The damage is more than enough. XSS gets the kill. 65 seconds, no buyback. Lincoln's popped by the side of LFY on XSS, but over top, they lose that racks as well. Everything falling apart for LFY, down almost 30,000 net worth. BKB Popeye Aggressive as well as Monet that chases on, as well as Super Pop in the BKB. Press the attack used by XS, or used on the XSS. They take it the top set, take it the mid set. Bottom set, you're next, as they will look for the tier 3, look for the Mega Creeps, look for the game, and the 2-0 sweep. Press the attack again. There goes the tower. Swarm coming out. SRF, he's got the duel available. They could blink in, look for the duel. There's the Hand of God, keeps him alive. Cold Embrace to keep Monet out. And now they've got the BKB Popeye XSS. They look over the Gyrocopter. He's going to fall 93 seconds. No buyback. The lasso's out on the OD, but it's not doing enough. Super trying to get that damage on XSS, but it's not going to be there. Super ends up falling, and GG's called by Afu. LFY lose, and IG take the series 2-0. So IG tighten up. And it was the aggressive play from LFY that put them on the back foot to losing this game. And IG, take a look, MVP aggressive, 15-0-11. They win this game basically from start to finish. And that's it. They take the series 2-0. We've got one more series to follow as we'll Looks pretty good there for IG to take the top of this group. And IG 34-19, win 2-0. I'm your caster, B-Cop. We'll be back in just a moment. The next series is IGV versus Newbie. I'm going to try and sort this Twitch thing out. I saw that the stream dropped and had 2,000 network error for everybody. So I'll try and fix it and see what I can do. But I'll be back in just a moment. I'm your caster, B-Cop, at BCop92 on Twitter. Follow me there to know when I'm casting. And we'll be back. Thank you guys so much for watching. And anybody who stuck around through the 2,000 network error, you're the best. Love you. And see you in a bit.